Gets to the end of the fight. How confident are you that you were going to get that nod there?
You know, you never know when it comes to the judges. They say never leave in the judges' hands because you don't know. You don't know. I've had fights where I was sure I won, and I lost, and vice versa.
Were you feeling pretty confident though?
You know what I was. Although she got some great takedowns, I felt that I put her in more risky positions. I had more submissions, and I felt really strong.
If you had to rate your performance, where would you kind of put it? Is this kind of what you were planning for? Or?
No. Do fights really go as planned? I don't know. You know what? I thought I was going to be stronger, come off with a more decisive win, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. That's why we watch it.
I guess you could call it unorthodox, but her striking, did it kind of rattle you?
Yeah, it was kind of difficult to find my rhythm. She was a little bit more, trying to think of a good way to say it, yeah, unorthodox than I thought she was going to be. So, that kind of threw me off a little bit.
I know some people were maybe criticizing, earlier in the week, she had kind of said that her friend Misha had reached out to Dana and, hey, helped her get into the UFC. You went in there, you fought her. Do you feel that she has a place in the UFC? Oh,
of course. And what Dana has been in this business long enough where he's not just going to go off of, the word of another fighter. They have people that look into, up-and-coming fighters and, their skill sets and what level they are. So, a lot of people said that, but I think, the UFC kind of knows what they're doing.
Well, Cindy's maybe not all that technical in the feet. She was very technical on the floor.
No.
Talk about the leg lock game, because it seemed to be one that was featured kind of precarious situations for both of you. Mm-hmm. You were going for the heel hook. I think you switched to an inside heel hook at one time. Did you feel that any of those holds were close to getting a finish?
I didn't feel at risk, but I know something that I've tried to play with a little bit more in the past. And I'd like to be better at, and I think I still need a lot of work, but it's something I need to work a lot on as well too. I don't think it's played a lot, especially for women in MMA.
How close was the arm at the end? It looked like her arm had popped. Did it pop?
You know what, I thought I had it. I was sure, but she's very flexible. Like, I knew she was going to be flexible in the hips for sure. Like, I've watched a lot of her fights, so I knew like she was going to try to throw her legs up a lot, which she did. Yeah. I was sure I was going to have it, but, it's all with, in her head, if she's going to want to give it up or if she's going to fight. We can hear when there's like 10 seconds left, so it was a good submission.
I know it might be too soon. I don't know if you've seen anything on the webs. Some of the other female athletes weren't too kind as to how the fight played out. I don't know if you look at those things. Do you read those comments after fights? I mean, is it something that you think there'd be maybe more solidarity amongst the women? Or, I mean, what are your thoughts when you see other women weighing in saying that fight wasn't a good representation of women's MMA?
It doesn't matter, fighters now. Everybody puts their 2 cents in. You get criticized for winning, you get criticized for losing, you get criticizing for being in the sport. Doesn't matter, Doesn't matter who it is. Everybody puts their 2 cents in.